Knitting 101 with Valerie.
You're very funny. Slipknot.
Not the band.
I think I'll just do, that's 4. What are you doing?
Nothing.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to knit my end in because I hate having to deal with it.
Okay. Go right ahead.
You don't have to talk.
Go. You're talking to me.
When you knit the end in, you have to be careful because it's going to look like you have 2 stitches. You don't want to accidentally knit it as 2 stitches. That'll cause problem. You'll double the stitches that you have on your needle. It'll look really weird. But it saves you having to sew it in later.
Phone.
I know. Of course there's dog hair on my yarn. Whatever. Yarn. I said yarn.
Oh. There's the arm.
And the end will be poking out wherever it... You can tuck it in wherever later. Doesn't really matter. Because you can mess with it once you're finished with your piece. This is just for demonstration. Once you have it on the other needle, all you do is flip it around. And if you're just doing a garter stitch, then you just pull the dog hair out.
That's it.
And you keep knitting. This is what a purl stitch looks like. See how they're bumpy? See how these are flat? Those are the knit stitches, and these are considered the purl stitches. So when you knit this, if you just knit every row, it's going to give you the garter stitch because it's going to be bumpy. More yarn. Attack my camera. I'm getting to the ones where there's 2, looks like there's 2 stitches, but there isn't. So you want to make sure to knit both of those as one. And it won't really make a difference in the size of the piece at all. You won't be able to notice it.
Size doesn't matter.
Shut up. Love you, honey. And once again, we're at the end. You can straighten it out if you want to. It doesn't really matter. Just flip it around again. You see how it's all bumpy?
What are you making?
I'm just making
A
a swatch. No, this is just a demonstration just to show how to knit. You just keep knitting.
God, it's hot in here.
It is hot in here. Fan's too loud though.
The dog's gonna poop.
It's not gonna poop. It's gonna lay down. So I think that's 3 rows. That's what 3 rows looks like. See how my cast on edge is pretty smooth? Depending on the cast on edge you use, it's going to look different. The one that you were using is a pretty good one. Different projects will call for different ones. Stop it. I'm knitting. Stop it. I'm knitting. So I will do one more row and then I'll show you how to bind off. So you just keep flipping it around. Make sure you bring your yarn to the back each time. But yeah, see, it's all bumpy, which is how it's supposed to be when it's garter stitch. Yes, yawn into the camera. This gets me closer. What are you doing? Worst cameraman ever.
Kidding me? I filmed half a season of high school soccer once.
Okay. Need you to get back. Okay, now this is binding off. It can be tricky when you first try to do it, but basically what you're doing is you knit 2 stitches and then you slip one of the stitches over the other one. So I'm going to knit 2 stitches, and when they're on the other needle, you go under the one that's furthest on the needle and slip it over the other one. So it's like that. And then you knit one more and take the furthest stitch and then you slip it under like that.
Looks wicked hard.
Then you take another stitch, you go under, you go like that. You just do that all the way along. You getting this okay?
Oh yeah. No, it's knitting. It's hard to keep up with this intense action, but I'm following.
It's really hard to get when you first start doing it. I had to practice so much.
So did I. Did I even get to this point?
No, you did not. You didn't even get to the knitting part.
Oh yeah. Got it on the needles.
No, you didn't. I got it on the needles for you. But I had to practice a lot. Like, I seriously would make a piece like this size and practice binding off because I was so bad at it.
Down to 1:50.
Doesn't matter. It's
10
unlimited.
minutes for YouTube. Can't imagine how many hits this video is gonna get.
Oh, it's gonna be viral.
It's gonna be baller. Dang.
And then once you have your last stitch on the needle, what you do is you just cut off a tail. You want to leave a decent amount because you're gonna have to wind it in. You cut it off, you pull it through your last stitch, and you wind it in to your piece. But that's your finished piece. That's what it looks like. Pretty simple, nothing fancy. That's garter stitch. Can't really see it because it's black. It's bumpy. Let me stretch it out a little bit. Whatever. Fell off the needles, doesn't really matter. So, yep. That's it.
Good night now.